Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are digging into a topic that is absolutely crucial for long-term well-being.
It really is. We're talking about how to stay strong and independent, especially after age 60.
Exactly. We know you want that high-impact knowledge fast. And today is all about recognizing those quiet little warning signs that maybe mobility is starting to fade.
Signs that so many people just brush off as, normal aging.
Right, that little bit of stiffness or maybe struggling with a heavy bag of groceries.
Or that feeling of being a bit unsteady on your feet. The sources we looked at are really clear about this. These aren't just signs of getting older.
What are they then?
They're early signals. Your body is telling you that foundational strength and balance are declining because muscles are getting weaker.
And the data on that
Yeah.
is, well, it's pretty sobering. What did the sources say about the rate of muscle loss?
It's stark. The studies show that adults over 60 can lose about 3% of their muscle mass every single year.
3% a year. That adds up incredibly fast over a decade.
It really does. And when those big supportive muscles weaken, they just stop doing their job of stabilizing the joints.
So all that pressure that your muscles should be taking, where does it go?
It goes straight to your knees,
Yeah.
to your lower back. Every time you stand up, every time you bend over, you're putting strain where it doesn't belong. It just makes everything harder, more painful.
Okay, so that's the problem. But here's the massive takeaway from all the research we've synthesized.
And it is life-changing.
It is. We can absolutely reverse this. We've distilled it down to three incredibly simple exercises, no equipment needed.
And they take less than 10 minutes, maybe 3 times a week.
So let's unpack this. We're going to cover the what, the why, and exactly how to do all three of these movements.
Let's do it.
Okay, exercise number 1. The sources call this the single most important movement for keeping your independence. It's the sit to stand.
It really is the movement of life, isn't it?
I mean, think about how many times you do it every day.
Getting out of a chair, out of the car, off the toilet. It uses the biggest, most important muscles we have. Your quads, your glutes, and your core.
And this is where we hit that first big aha moment in the research. It's about what happens when those muscles get weak.
Right. You stop using strength and you start using momentum.
That little rocking motion you see people do.
Exactly. That rock forward, the thrusting, that little jolt to get yourself up. That momentum is the very thing that creates the pain.
Because you're asking your joints and ligaments to do the work that the muscles are supposed to be doing.
You've got it. Strong muscles mean smooth, controlled movement. Momentum just equals strain on your knees and back.
And the results from practicing this are pretty incredible. There was a study, right?
A landmark study, yeah. They had older adults practice this for just 8 weeks. The results were remarkable.
A 30% boost in lower body strength.
A 30% boost, plus a noticeable drop in knee pain and, a huge increase in their confidence.
Okay, so let's get into the mechanics. For someone who's already feeling that pain, how do they start this safely?
That's the critical question. You start with modifications. You focus on control, not on speed.
So don't start from the deep, comfy sofa.
No, absolutely not. Start with a higher surface, a sturdy dining chair, or even put a few firm cushions on it to raise the height.
And what's the proper setup?
Okay, so you need a sturdy chair, no wheels, sit near the front edge of it. Your feet should be flat on the floor, about hip width apart.
And then there's that key detail about foot position.
Yes. This is so important. You need to position your feet slightly behind your knees.
Behind them. Why there?
Because that tiny shift forces your center of gravity back just enough to make your glutes and hamstrings do the work. If your feet are too far forward, you end up using your lower back.
Ah, okay, that makes total sense. So feet back, inhale, Lean the chest forward just a bit.
Keeping that back straight. Hinge at the hips. Then exhale and push the floor away through your heels.
Stand all the way up, squeeze your glutes at the top for a second. And this is the part that really builds the strength, right?
This is everything, the lowering phase. You have to lower yourself back down slowly, with complete control, no plopping.
Why is that slow descent so important? It
Yeah.
feels like the hard work is done once you're standing.
That's the great secret of strength training. That slow, controlled lowering is called the eccentric phase. It's when the muscle is lengthening under tension.
And that's what builds the real functional strength.
That's what builds the strength, the stability, and it even helps with bone density. If you just drop back into the chair, you miss almost all the benefit.
So to make it harder, you just stop using your hands.
That's the main progression. Go from 2 hands to 1 hand to just a couple of fingers until you can do it with your arms crossed over your chest.
And the goal is about 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps.
A few times a week. That's it.
Okay, let's move on to pillar number 2, the wall push-up. This is for upper body strength, posture, and protecting the shoulders.
And what's so great about this one is how multifunctional it is. The research shows these push-up variations don't just build strength, they actively improve your posture and reduce shoulder pain.
And it's not about looking good, it's about function.
Exactly. It's about being able to push open a heavy door or catch yourself if you stumble. That ability comes from a strong upper body and a stable core.
And this exercise trains the core at the same time. So let's talk form.
Absolutely. You're going to stand facing a wall about an arm's length away. Hands go on the wall, right at shoulder height, maybe a little bit wider.
And how do you make it harder or easier?
It's simple. You just step your feet back. The farther your feet are from the wall, the more of your body weight you're pushing.
And the body has to stay in a straight line,
Yeah.
right? No sagging hips.
A straight, solid line from your head to your heels. You have to engage your core. Think about bracing your abs gently. You inhale, then you exhale as you slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall.
Now, I saw a really specific detail about elbow position, the 45-degree rule.
Yes, this is for joint safety. It's critical. You want to keep your elbows tucked in at about a 45-degree angle to your body, not flared straight out to the sides.
Why is that so important?
Flaring your elbows out to 90 degrees puts a ton of stress on the rotator cuff. It's a major cause of shoulder impingement. Tucking them in protects the joint and engages the chest and triceps properly.
And just like the sit to stand, tempo is key.
It is. This is not about speed. You want to aim for maybe 4 or 5 seconds for the whole repetition. 2 seconds down, pause for a moment, 2 seconds back up.
That sounds like something you could do anywhere.
That's the beauty of it. You can do a set while you're waiting for water to boil. That convenience is what helps people stay consistent.
And if the wall is too hard at first,
You can start on a kitchen counter or a sturdy table. The more horizontal you are, the harder it gets. So start vertical and work your way down over time.
So to recap the big mistakes, letting the hips sag, moving too fast, and holding your breath.
Right. Keep breathing, keep it controlled. 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps.
All right, on to our final exercise. This one I love, the standing march with arm swings. The sources frame this as getting 4 benefits in one.
It's a powerhouse. You're getting cardio, balance, coordination, and you're activating muscles through your whole body.
Let's start with the cardio part. Why is that so important?
Well, cardiovascular fitness naturally declines with age, but the research is overwhelming. Even moderate cardio, done regularly, lowers your risk of heart disease, boosts your energy, and it's fantastic for brain health.
So we get the heart health. But what makes this specific marching motion so good for balance and preventing falls?
It's all about training what we call dynamic balance. Life happens while you're moving.
Right. You're not just standing still.
Exactly. This exercise forces you to stand on one leg, shift your weight, and coordinate your limbs all at the same time. The research is clear. This kind of patterned movement dramatically improves balance and reduces fall risk.
It's retraining the nervous system.
Perfectly said. It's teaching your body how to be stable while in motion.
So let's get the form right. It's about rhythm.
It is. Stand tall, feet about hip width apart, core engaged, shoulders back. You're going to lift your right knee up to a comfortable height, maybe hip level.
And the crucial part is the arm swing.
The opposite arm swing. As your right knee comes up, your left arm swings forward. Just like you're walking, but, a bit more exaggerated.
Why is that opposite pattern so important?
It's wired into our brains for walking. It's our natural counterbalance. Exaggerating that movement reinforces those neural pathways and makes your actual gait smoother and much more stable.
And if someone feels a little wobbly when they start,
No problem. Just start next to a wall or the back of a chair and hold on lightly with one hand for support.
Yep.
You can even start by lifting your knees just a few inches.
and to make it harder over time.
Lift the knees higher, pick up the pace a little bit, or you can add very light hand weights. Even just a 1-pound weight in each hand makes a huge difference for your cardio and your posture.
And the prescription for this one is about endurance.
Right. You start with 1 to 2 minutes of continuous marching. Rest for 30 seconds and do that for 3 rounds.
And the goal is control, not speed.
Always control over speed.
Okay, let's pull this all together. 3 pillars for independence.
You've got it. First, the sit-to-stand for lower body strength and that functional mobility you need every day.
Second, the wall push-up for upper body power and better posture.
And third, the standing march. For your heart, for your balance, and for your coordination.
And the secret ingredient from every single source we looked at wasn't perfection.
Not at all. It was consistency. Just start where you are, use the modifications, a few short sessions a week.
And the payoff is that in just a few weeks, standing up feels easier. Reaching for something feels stronger. You just move with more confidence.
It is never too late to start building that strength back.
It's really powerful stuff.
And, this whole deep dive gave us a really potent metaphor that goes beyond just physical exercise.
Oh, that's interesting. How so?
Well, we learned with the sit-to-stand that relying on physical momentum, that jerky movement strains the body and causes pain, but controlled conscious effort builds real strength and makes movement effortless.
Right. Strength over momentum.
So it raises a question for you, the learner. When you're faced with a complex new topic, a challenging skill, do you rely on mental momentum, the quick, easy summary you already know, or do you practice that controlled, slow application of your attention to build the intellectual muscle you need for true, pain-free understanding?